Remember, comment here says Terry, do you still think Ollie will get sacked? And do you know what?
Yes.
No, what I said that what I said is that I did the news. Listen, two things that I said. I covered the news, so when I read the news article, I'll present it to you. I honestly felt that if those 5 games after the international break, if they were negative performances and poor results, I said and I felt that he could lose his job. But we've been almost perfect since that point. So I don't think there's any way, shape, or form he can lose his job. Now.
I still reckon he can. Not now, but I reckon this season, if we go for any bad, if we go for any bad patch, I don't. Wait, Josh. We're dealing with Manchester United's board here.
Look, let me tell you why.
Wait. We have no idea what these men are going to do at any moment.
Nonsense.
Danny, you say nonsense.
As a neutral,
How can you trust these men, fam?
I'm sorry. You're giving yourself an out. No, I'm not having it. I'm not having it. No, I'm sorry. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. KJ, you're doing a David and you're doing a Prime. You're giving yourself an out. No, yes, you are. You're giving yourself an out and you're flip-flopping.
How am I flip-flopping? I've always been against the board, bro.
No, let me be clear. No, you're flip-flopping in case Ollie gets sacked. Ollie will only get fired. Okay, let me see. You said he would get sacked. You have said it. Let me be clear. Yes. Ollie will only get fired if top 4 is not a possibility. The board have been consistent for 7 years. Get top 4, you keep your job. Don't get top 4, you get fired. We know what they're going to do.
And look how early we are in the season, bro. I can't sit here and say he's secure for the rest of the season. I can't.
No, I can say he's secure because he will get top 4. I've been saying it. Like, everybody wants to raise the bar higher and say title challenge and other stuff so they can undermine him and try to sack him. If he gets top 4 or looks like he's going to get top 4, he's not getting fired. People need to accept that.
Look, for me as a neutral, what I see is, I don't care what happens at Man United, but what I've seen here, which I did not expect, is the players have come out after, a bad run of results and everyone calling for Ollie's head, and they've backed him on the pitch. Do you know what I mean? Like, so that's why I don't think he is going to go anywhere this season.
And Josh is absolutely right in that, and that's what we didn't know. No Man United. Everyone can have an opinion when the international break went, but we didn't know what the response from the players would be. And the one thing Ollie's got on his side reminds me a little bit of Ralph Hasselhoff or what he's
Hasselhoff.
David Hasselhoff.
Yeah, like what it reminds me of him when he got beat 9-0, whatever it was. It was like, most managers don't recover from that, but his team fought for him and they got them to a point now where maybe that was the best result that ever happened to them. And who knows how Man United season's going to pan out. But maybe that 6-1 drumming and the fallout and the media going for his neck, maybe that just galvanizes the team somewhat. And look, my hope is that it has the same effect as the sign and the media going after Fergie with, thanks for, Tara, thanks for trying, but Tara, Sir Alex, and then a last-minute equaliser in an FA Cup game that turns things around. Of course, we want that as Man United fans, but you're right, Josh. The galvanization, the togetherness of this group is impeccable. And what we're starting to see is the players come out and talk literally and talk publicly and perform on the pitch with how they should be when these situations are looking a little bit peak. And like with Martial's comments saying, I love the competition. I'm great. I'm happy Cavani's here, but that's my position. I'm going to fight for it. But you can see their interaction with each other. It's smiles and happiness. It's that kind of, I don't know if you've ever worked in a team or been part of a sports team. I used to compete in the same sections as 2 of my best mates when I was a kickboxer. We'd fight each other physically, and I was in training and I wanted to beat them, but we had a great friendship, and all it really did was make all of us better. And I feel that at Man United massively.
Yeah, what I was going to say about the media is that whether you're Ollie in or Ollie out, don't always believe what the media tell you. Don't all these Duncan Castles and sport witnesses and stuff. Don't always believe what they tell you. You say that, the Ollie Outers will say that, don't believe what the media will tell you. But then when they hear stuff about the dressing room, and then Bruno ranting on Maguire, ranting on Ollie, ranting on all these guys, and they say, my captain, Ollie out. Bruno just deny it. They just go back into the show. Like, don't always believe what they say.
We know the media are up. So we know the media are up. So we know this, and forever will be. Them man need to get got. But where I'm coming from with where I stand with Ollie in terms of I still think he'll be sacked this season is because it's nothing to do with him as a manager or a man, to be fair. It's just I know that this United team go through peaks and troughs. And knowing this board and not trusting this board, if we go through a trough and it's bad enough, they still will do it. They still will.
No, and
that's my main concern. That's why
I'll stand by what I said 3 weeks ago. If they seriously want Poch, I don't really care whether Ollie wins or loses. Just get rid of him and bring Poch in, because that element of you really want him, you don't really want Ollie. You're going to look for a reason at some point. You just delaying the inevitable. However, that's how I feel about the board's operation. I've said all along, my sole objective as a Man United fan when it comes to talking about manager is to protect the position of Man United manager. So I don't believe in player power just because, it might get rid of a manager I dislike. That's what I see of a lot of United fans, and the Ollie outers are in that category, is they will yield on their own morality to get what they want, as opposed to saying, you know what, I'm not really a fan of Ollie, but I don't want player power to be a part of my club. I don't want the board to disrespect him and behave unprofessionally and make us look stupid. They don't care about any of that as long as it gets them what they want. And I've got a serious issue with human beings that behave in that way. Like this kind of any look at this. We see it all the time in life, don't we? Where it doesn't matter what somebody does, it's the person who does it as to whether or not we say it's a good or a bad thing. And for me, that's where the issue is. I think Ollie's job's safe for now and the time being, at least until well after Christmas, there's no doubt, but after this run of games, but it was definitely excellent. A comment here says the night belongs to Man United. Enjoy it, lads. Hashtag a Chelsea fan. Thank you, bro. Do you know what's mad about that as well? Like Chelsea fans must have thought 4-0. It's going to be all about us.
Nah,
we never did. It was Krasnodar. It was Krasnodar.
Do not ever mention Nagelsmann to me again. You can stay at Red Bull, mate. All right? I don't want
after it's one performance, it's one performance.
Literally.
That's not
we also lost
literally last funny though. Like, it's after the conversation Jem had in the chat today.
Yeah, do you know what I mean, bro? Like, just back to like what we're talking about.
Whenever he pulls out a finger, just call him Naselman, fam.
Yo, Jem, but remember, this is the first loss of the season. Nagelsmann has only lost 7 games as RBL manager. That's impressive.
And wait a sec. And my point to that was look at the difference in leagues.
Yeah,
look but he's playing and look at him coming over here.
The Bundesliga is a good lead, and he got to the semi-final of the Champions League. What I love about Nagelsmann, he's young. He's younger than me, so that's how young he is. Right? He's very, very young. You give Nagelsmann the quality of player that Chelsea, Man United, even Arsenal. I think Arsenal, pound for pound, have better quality football players than
Leipzig.
Leipzig. I think he has.
I don't know about that.
I don't agree with that.
No, I do.
No,
really?
Whoa! But then you honestly like it's not
that would be their best midfielder.
They do. They definitely do.
Arsenal 1 or 2, but then when you start to really go through it, you start to scrape. But the system's very, very good. You give Leipzig the Arsenal squad, the Tottenham squad, the United squad, the City squad, Chelsea squad, and there'd be an absolute force. And he's probably 5 or 6 years away from maybe even being ready for a Man United or a Chelsea. But who knows? Boys, I appreciate you all coming on, having your say.